Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. In our last episode, we finished up the second town we did in Scarlet Orchard and proceeded to finish up the Blightstorm cycle as well, as we had passed the little tick mark here, and we had to reset it. So we looked at the new world, the changed world after the storm, and also thought about, well, where do we want to go as far as biomes next? We did one or two towns here in the Royal Woodlands. We did two towns in the marshlands, I think, or one or two anyway in the marshlands, and then we did two towns in the Scarlet Orchard. So the fourth major biome in the game is the Coral Forest, so that makes a really good case for that. Also, this one happens to be right next to a Watchtower modifier, which means that we can discover glades with abandon. So we're just gonna cut through every glade we can find and see how many we can open up before the game decides we've won. We also talked about what these other modifiers are. Barren lands, there are two of those visible on the map right now. Ruined settlement, I'd like to do one of those again at some point, because we didn't really get that many ruins in the last ruined settlement we had. And also the Royal Outpost, where the pool of order choices will increase by 1. I'd like to actually give that one a try as well, as I've never actually gotten that one before. So some things I want to try, but some things I definitely want to do as well. Beyond the Coral Forest, there is a fifth biome. It's a bit of a partial difference, but at the Cursed Royal Woodlands, there are some special mechanics in the Cursed Royal Woodlands, but also it has a lot of similarities to the Royal Woodlands. So I thought that would be the one we would choose to do later or next, perhaps. We could perhaps do it sooner or do it now, but I want to save it until we until the next, because I'd like to give this Watchtower a try. Also, I do recall, if you had seen my my Curse of Royal Woodlands play after they made the changes to this biome, they have made changes since then too. They've made some of the effects or the events a little bit easier, because they were practically impossible when I played it. So I do want to come back to that for that as well. But we're going to do this Coral Forest tile here first, get this Watchtower modifier, and see how that goes. So let's see, do we want 8 humans plus 2 randos, or 5 harpies and 3 beavers plus 2 randos? Well, the decision there is going to be 3 kinds of food versus 2 kinds of food. Those are the same. Do I want 20 pottery and 20 leather, or do I want 10 bricks? This one just seems like a better choice. I mean, on one hand, maybe not, because it's only 2 stacks of food instead of 3. But having the pottery and the leather, I think, is a little bit better than the bricks. And since we have leather, we know we can make some fabric. So I don't need to worry about taking the stuff for fabric that we don't have anyway over here. But wait a minute, we also have points to spend. Wait a minute, I have points to spend? I thought we spent the points. Did I not spend the points? I could have sworn we bought upgrades to spend those points. Did I not buy... Confused. How did I get more? I could have sworn that I had only like 7 or 8 food stockpiles left. Like a few. May not have been exactly 7 or 8, but a few. I'm a little confused, but I'm okay. So what do we want to spend these on then? We've looked at all of these before. I can't get to that one. We could do the beaver house, especially if we take that beaver group. That might be a good idea, since right now all we have is a human house, and my luck will get lizards. We could increase our cornerstone reroll charge. You know what? I should take that one. The reason I should take this one is because I waffled between taking this one and this one, in addition to the other one we took, which was this one. So let's take this one as well. I don't know where this stuff came from, though. Let's take this one as well. And we can also spend enough for anything but one of these now. So we can do this one, which is... Or we can save them, too. More storage in each building. That's a good idea. +1 boost obtaining bonus production yields. I think we should open up this last building. Just not because I specifically like these bonuses, even though I do often take meat or vegetables as part of my embarkation, but just so we can open up the last building and we can see here at the whatchamacall here at the city view here, that we can see all 7 buildings, or environments, whatever you want to call it, because that's really like a neighborhood or something rather than a building, all set up and all visible now. Okay, out we go. That's really bothering me now is where this stuff came from, but I'm not gonna maybe some recalculations were done or something happened. I'm not sure, but let's pick that group. I think we should take the wood, and I think either the maybe either the stone or the clay. Well, what do we have here on the ground? On the ground, or from the trees, we're going to get stone. On the ground, also, we're going to find stone and coal, as well as obviously these other things. Meat comes from the trees, so we won't need a trapper here. So, I think we should take. I think we should take food. Maybe we should take these 2 pieces of food here. 40 food for 2 points versus 30 food for 2 points makes sense to me too. We're going to stay on veteran for a little while longer. I do want to go up to Viceroy eventually, but I think I need to go up a couple more levels, get a few more unlocks, and a few more upgrades under my belt before we go up another level. So we of course have the Watchtower here. We also have the diverse flora, which is the biome effect, where vegetation here mutates into unique strands. Each type of tree provides distinct bonus resources. And so if you saw my tutorial on the biomes, there are 3 different types of trees in this biome, and each one yields, in addition to wood, 1 or 2 other materials, and we'll show those when we get into the game, instead of talking about it here and then not being able to show it. And also we get another biome effect called Inspiring Pressure. The forest is as scary as it is beautiful. Villagers have a 5% chance of earning bonus yields from production and gathering for each hostility level. So here's another example where hostility is bad in some ways, but in this particular place, it also has some good effects to it too. So you kind of have to balance the hostility a little bit better in this, because you do get this bonus production, but you also potentially have to suffer under it when the storm comes. So it might be worthwhile to let to have some effects that you can turn on and off. Woodcutters being a great example of those, that allow you to raise and lower your hostility level, and keep it a little bit higher during the drizzle and the clearance, and then drop it down when you get into the storm. So we'll try that and see how that works out. We spent all of our points. We are ready to go. So I think we can embark. We're going to get 76 food this time. Wait a minute. Is that right too? Oh, because the bonus food from the Watchtower. Right. Okay. Go. Go, go, go. All right. So we talked about those. In addition to those, our forest mysteries are marrow growth. Small pockets of bone marrow form in the ground and on trees. Ooh. Gain 5 sea marrow for every 5 coal produced during drizzle season. So mining coal, also any production of coal, such as a kiln, will generate 5 random sea marrow. Looming darkness, of course, we know about that. That's on every map, every settlement. Horrors from beneath. Strange voices call out from the depths. Villagers working in the mines get -10 to resolve during the storm. Interesting. Acid rain. The rain dissolves some of the resources transported to your warehouse. Recipes producing building materials yield 50% fewer goods. From hostility 3, again, just during the storm. Rot from the sky. The rain smells like blight rot. Global food production is 15% slower. This effect scales with hostility. Well then. Okay, so yeah. And then finally, blight rot mutation at hostility 4. The blight rot has begun to mutate, creating a more invasive strain. Production buildings now also generate blight rot during the storm. Interesting, even more. All right, well, actually, I didn't realize they didn't produce blight rot during the storm, but that's okay too. Woodcutters camp. Let's see. We want to open up every glade we can find. For the fun of it, so we'll start over here and we'll just kind of work our way around and open up all kinds of glades. We also have stone, so let's set up a stone cutter's camp, and we also have eggs to start ourselves off with here. So that's a scavenger camp, and also roots. Oh, We're rolling in it here. Okay, unpause and go. So, if any of you have been paying attention to the developers' Discord for the game, or maybe other communication channels as well, they have just announced a experimental feature. That is a feature in the experimental branch on Steam, or in the experimental version of the game on Epic. I don't know how it works on GOG Galaxy, but where instead of having just one set of camps here, and I'm not sure if the woodcutters camp was actually included or not in this discussion, but at least for these gathering camps, instead of having just one set, having two sets. One, you start out with every single type of camp, including the three that you don't get to start the game. But they work slower than these do currently. And then there's an enhanced one that you can potentially get through the blueprints system, probably also from traders, although I don't know that I explicitly saw that either, where you can get an enhanced one that performs much faster. So what they're going to do with that, if they do it, is I think they're getting rid of the scavenger camp in that case. So instead of there being 6 total camps plus the woodcutter, there's only be 5, and moving the eggs to be only part of the trappers camp and the enhanced trappers camp, and moving the roots to be part of maybe the harvesters camp. I can't remember which one it comes from. Probably the harvester, because it only has 2 as well. So that each camp would then have 3 things that it would collect instead of these 2 having 2, and the eggs and the insects no longer being doubled up on. Wait, the forager picks up insects too. I don't know, maybe it's not all 3 then. But then letting you be able to gather everything from the start of the game, rather than having to struggle like I always seem to find that trapper's camp, to be able to pick that meat up off the ground, especially in the marshlands and or the royal woodlands. Let's do that, and let's do this. And just do that. Actually, probably don't need to go that far over. Maybe not that. And I keep forgetting about alt mode. Let's do the eggs first. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to give them egg priority here, and then we'll put 1 harpy in there. I have a harpy in here by default, and we'll put a harpy in here as well, I think, maybe. That'll be good. So the extra 2 people we got were 2 extra beavers, I think, because it was 5 and 3, and now it's 5 and 5. Our first blueprint choice is going to be between the weaver, the carpenter, the brickyard, and the plantation. This is actually a good selection. So we have 1 building material choice from each one, as well as some other decent recipes. I'd say the weaver being the least enticing for me, although that pack of trade goods is good, but again, it's only 1 star. And the star economy concept of this only being 5 stars, whereas these are 6 stars. And then also a farm with plant fiber and berries, which actually is not that useful, because we're going to actually get a decent amount of food on the ground here, as well as from the trees here. So, speaking of the trees, I meant to talk about this when we get in here. There are 3 kinds of trees. The first tree should be kind of reminiscent of the trees in the Royal Woodlands, plate leaf trees. They produce wood with a 30% chance for plant fiber, which is a good chance, and a good chance that we won't need to have the plantation to get plant fiber. Maybe we will, but it's a good chance we won't. Plus, I think we can also get plant fiber as a side product of something else that we can get off the ground, so maybe that's fine. The second type of tree, which would be the second one that I find here, mussel sprout trees, they give not only wood, but a 40% chance for meat and a 20% chance for crystallized dew. So in some ways, this kind of takes the place of the grove, because you don't need to grow crystallized dew. It also takes the place of needing a recipe to make crystallized dew and or copper. So that's a consideration as well. And then, of course, a good supply of meat is a good supply of food. And 40% chance of every tree we cut down is not a small amount of food. And then finally, the third type of tree is Crimson Reach tree. In addition to the wood, of course, we have a 40% chance for stone. So we don't even really need this stone on the ground, probably, at least not eventually. And a 20% chance for incense. So hopefully we get humans, we'll get humans or lizards, but it'd be nice just to do a human and lizard settlement, included settlement here in this biome, because of the incense being the religion effect. We'll want to look for probably a building that we can sell incense at, or worst case, we take a recipe that has luxury goods and we sell that incense like that. So considering the fact that crystallized dew is available in the trees, maybe we don't take the brickyard. Maybe we look for one of the other brick recipe, including buildings. Would be the kiln and the brickyard and the furnace. I don't know that we have. Oh, sorry, that's the brickyard. The kiln, the furnace, and the workshop. The workshop we don't have yet, I don't think. And the furnace, I don't know that we have yet either. But the kiln could be a good choice. It's a 1-star, I'm almost positive. But it would be a good choice. So I will probably lean toward the carpenter here, just kind of my default. But let's take a look at what this first cornerstone might be. Woodcutting is way easier. Woodcutter's camp production is 40% quicker. Well, that's that might actually be good, because then we would be able to cut through more glades faster and be able to do all of our exploration. Peasant supplies, we've had that one before, where we receive packs of provisions for every new villager. That's not a bad thing to take either. And then finally, Firekeeper's armor is every burn cyst removes an additional 50 corruption. Now, this might be a little more useful when it's paired with this Blightrot mutation. I'm trying to think of how that would pair with this right now off the top of my head, without having any time to really think about it. But with the production buildings generating Blightrot during the storm, that means that we could potentially grow cysts during the storm, whereas by default, apparently, they do not. Right, so this would reduce the corruption faster than just the burning of cysts will do. Do I care if those two are paired together? I don't think so. I think we're going to take reinforced axes. I don't think I've taken any of these types of enhancements yet in this series, so I think we'll take this one and see how it goes. I'm going to wait for the first orders again, just to see what we get for the new buildings. I'm kind of hoping to time it properly to have the orders pop before the glade pops here. I could control that a little bit if I wanted to, but I'm kind of hoping that it just times it naturally, because they should pop right about now. Okay, let's see. 2 glades, good, or 2 glade events. Well, bonuses to clay and stone. I don't. Well, so this one could be good, because this would trigger every time we cut down one of those Crimson Reach trees. Every time. Every time that one of those, every time that 40% chance triggered, instead of getting a 40% chance for 1 stone, then you get a 40% chance for 2 stone. So that's not a bad idea. Clay is not going to help us here at all. There's no clay on the ground. There's no copper to mine. None of that. So, other than that, it's 6 parts. Or we can take 10 planks, and we can take 3 people. Now, there's the adage, of course, that I've quoted a few times. It says, more people are better than no people. That's a really good adage. So this one might be better. This one's gonna be a little bit harder to get to than this one. Are we really gonna need that kind of stone? Well, we could if we build stone roads. So let's do this. This one sounds like fun. Okay, we just need to build stone roads this time. Packs of building materials, 5 of those, gets us a bonus to plank production, some bricks, and some simple tools. That would be a good idea to do, because the return here is pretty good. Or have sold 15 amber worth of goods to a trader, or a trade route, get some people, get some oil, and some amber. I think I'm going to go with this one here. And then this one comes up again, but we have to give away 7 amber that time. It gives us some goods, some wildfire, and some people, or some tools, I'm sorry, on the first one there. Beaver resolve above 18, 2 extra beavers, some roots, and some parts. Well, we haven't seen parts yet in any of these orders, but it's also early. I'm going to risk it and do this one. All right, so we're going to go with the carpenter, I think. And then... this would actually not be a bad idea for a building, the scribe, because scrolls benefit both beavers and harpies. We can sell them at a few different places that we have already. The temple, or maybe only the temple we have. We might have a forum as well. Ale's good for the beavers as well. We'll see what we get for our 3rd race eventually, hopefully. Or maybe not, who knows. I mean, the random generation means that we could never see the 3rd race. But it also means that it's pretty unlikely. The ranch is actually a pretty good building. We just unlocked this, I think, at the end of the last level. You can actually grow meat, leather, and eggs here for feeding in some sort of plant matter, whether that's plant fiber, vegetables, grain, or reeds. For either of these two, and I think eggs is slightly different, it is. So for eggs, you need fruit, well, berries, or insects in addition to grain or reeds in order to grow eggs. This has a meat specialization bonus, which shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. I don't think we really need this, though. Given that we're going to get a lot of meat from the trees, and we're going to get plenty of plant fiber from the trees, hopefully. Eggs, we should find plenty on the ground as well. I don't think we need that. I'd much rather have one of these farm buildings, I think. Although, well, I mean, I guess we could take the herb garden. Although the berries would give us a 2-star food item, whereas the herb garden only gets us a 1-star edible, directly edible item, and the other one has to be included as a recipe. The herb garden's good to pair with things like bread and pie making, because you can turn the roots into flour, and then you can turn the herbs into or as the ingredient in the biscuits and pie. I think I said bread. Biscuit and pie baking. So that's not a bad recipe. Or, since we unlocked the ability to, we could re-roll. For the first re-roll is 0 amber. We could re-roll these and see what we get as a second, or as another choice here. Given that this is the beginning of the game still, I'm going to go ahead and take the herb garden, and we'll see how that goes. Smokehouse. The jerky recipe in the smokehouse is really good matched with this biome because of all the meat you get. The pottery and the incense are only 1 star, so the incense is less important here because of the... of getting the incense from the trees, of course. We shouldn't need copper bars or crystallized dew recipes. Let's see, what can we make the oil out of? We could make meat oil. We'll call that, I guess, call that lard maybe, or tallow. We could make oil. That's a decent fuel. It's also used as an ingredient in a few different things, such as cosmetics, which are good for the harpies. Flour here at 1 star wouldn't be bad, but I would like to have a better flour recipe than that. And then the artisan here makes coats, which are only going to be useful to the beavers right now. And with my luck, if we get lizards, then it's only useful to the beavers forever. Pigment is useful in scrolls and cosmetics. And then barrel recipe, which actually probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have some kind of container, whether that's pottery or barrels. But we're probably not going to see enough stuff for the water skins if we see one of those recipes, because we would need the ranch to supply the leather for those. So I think I'm going to go with the smokehouse here. Those of you who've watched me a long time probably expected that, but we're going to do it anyway. And let's see, the carpenter. That should be our next... Oh, we need to deploy the crude workstation first. Good job, Wally. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and put up the makeshift post as well. And then we'll get the carpenter going after that, once we get some room over here or something. You treat, go. And let's get somebody assigned to work here. Limit these down. Actually, how much does the carpenter actually take? 5. Okay, then we'll limit that to 5. Limit these down to 10 each, like always. We want to use this stone here, which we're going to get. And I'm going to leave this leather alone for now, as long as I can at least, and we're going to use the plant fiber we get from the trees. Although we're only getting the plant fiber from the trees right now, we're not getting the stone trees yet, but we are mining stone, so it'll be fine. Once we get planks going, we can make packs of building materials out of the planks. Until then, I'm going to wait. We only need to make 2 recipes of them, or no, 3 recipes of them though, so it's not that many planks, but it's enough. It's enough. You go in here. Make those first, please. Thank you. And we get some herb node, fertile soil, and a small abandoned cache here. If we get some of those tools, we might be able to take advantage of that. There's no crap on top of the fields here, so that's really good. Let's go ahead and cut into that next glade right away. I was hoping, by the way, that we wouldn't get one of those cornerstones that says, hey, don't cut into glades during the storm, because then that cuts down my ability to, you know, go ham on this. Let's do farm fields for whoever's bored. And where are we at here? 2, there's 2 for you. I'm going to catch that before they do too much. Now let's move this over here too. Well, I probably will take out all these trees. 2, here comes 4, and then we'll have 2 more, and then I can turn off that recipe. Although I did need the 2 fabric, but you made those already too, so that's great. Good planning. Good planning, everyone. I'm really kind of excited about this no penalties for glades thing. It's kind of fun. I did have that once before, and I totally botched it because I didn't remember that I needed it. Turn this off, turn that off, by the way. Over here we have coal and a bunch of eggs. Okay, good. I'm glad that I turned down the ranch on that I didn't take the ranch on account of the eggs. We do get leather from the snake nests. That's right. So we will have some leather. It won't be a lot, unless we see a lot of snake nests, but we'll have some leather. Let's see. Where does this farm need to go? Not there. Here. Right in there. So yeah, I do want to cut out the rest of those trees. That's fine though. We could turn in this order. It's a good time to do it. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn it in. We'll get some stuff. And a building, especially. Weaver comes up again. That might be Kismet there, or the universe trying to tell me something. I would like to know what my 3rd race is. Whether the coats will be beneficial for more than one or not. Because that does make a difference as far as what you're doing here. The Scribe comes up again as well. And the Cooperage, which is a new building we haven't seen before, I don't think. Maybe we did see it in the last town. The cosmetics recipe here would be good. As I mentioned, oil and, although eggs you can use as well. And things like pigment, resin, and herbs can be used for the cosmetics as well. I think I'm going to take the Scribe and just stash it for right now. Even though I should take the Weaver. I should take the Weaver. But I think I'm going to take this Scribe and just keep it. Let's see. We need to have... Yeah, we need to have you deliver those. And we need to turn this off. And we can put it back down to 0 priority again. That way we can have nice things. Like lots more of that. I should probably swap in a harpy here. It's going to reset the build or the crafting there, but that's fine. And then we'll throw the 2 beavers into this. And we'll leave the 3rd harpy alone, or the last harpy alone, rather, for later. I want you to cut a few trees over here as well. And let's do this road here. And we'll get a mine set up right there, too. Maybe we'll just put a storage right here. And that way we'll have a storage right here next to this farm. And right here next to the mine. Should be good for travel times. Not that the mine needs it as much anymore, but it's worth it, I think. Alright, and we can budge you guys back over here now that you've done all this, that we have a shorter walk back to storage. Let's get the farm set up, or garden. And what does this require? Planks and fabric. Okay, so we definitely need some fabric to get made here. And you're out of plant fiber, but you did make some fabric, so That's fine too. We're making some more even right now. I know only 2 glades during that season, during the first year, is kind of low, but also we should probably have another woodcutter's camp, just so we can really chew through some of this. I'm gonna not let them plow this season, though, I think. And we're only gonna plant roots to start with, because, well, maybe we can collect roots, but I would rather collect the food we can eat and then collect the food we can't eat that we have to cook with later. Maybe that's a fatal flaw, but we'll see. One can only know later. Let's go ahead and put this last harpy in there. I don't think they were doing anything important anymore. So they might as well get started with some plowing, and then they'll be able to start planting as soon as this season hits. It's 12 fields, so we do need 2 people there to get it fully worked. But for now, we can go with just the 1. And of course, I don't have any... Oh, they were building a road, but that's fine. I don't have any people left to build roads. That's fine. Let's come over here now and open up this side. Like that. And then we'll probably come down into this danger glade too at some point. But I probably will do that danger glade first. 3 and 3. It's going to be lizards, of course. I'm glad I didn't take the coats. So 10 food and 5 leather versus... I could probably really use the part, but it's only 1 part, so it's not really that much. So let's take this one. I'm going to put a beaver in here and have them come over here and join in the fun. Hostility just went up to 1, but that's fine. And our second cornerstone, rather. Let's see. I don't care about seeing the content of undiscovered glades. Because we can open up any glades we want. However, if you are playing a game without the Watchtower, this is actually kind of a compelling thing to take, because you get... while it does cost you a villager will die every time you open any danger or forbidden glades, you also open fewer because you can actually see what's in every danger glade, every glade, not just danger glade and forbidden glades. So you only open the ones you actually need for some reason. You don't just do them just for discovery like you end up doing otherwise, like I usually do anyway. Rich glades, 10 more charges per node. That's not a bad deal. I think we should try urban planning here. Construction being slower, I'm okay with. We can try to get the 10 trade routes going, or 10 trade routes done. But the housing bonus would be nice to see. So I want to see how that one kind of works, just because I've never done it before. It's relatively new, at least, if not completely new. Low on fuel. Well, we're cutting into trees as fast as we can. I suppose we're also making planks as fast as we can. Maybe we don't want to make that many planks that fast. Maybe I pull one of you out. Although I do want to have this going. How are we doing on bricks? We're doing well on bricks. We'll deliver those, and we'll get the mine going here so we can have some fuel. And then let's also get a warehouse going. Yeah, we'll have enough bricks because they're making the second set of 2, so that should be good. Let's cut this way. Or road that way. We're already cutting that way. Let's adjust these. No, let's move this one first because there's more people that work there. That one there. And then this one can get moved over here. Like that. There we go. More eggs and more herbs. That's good. It's not, it's not bad to have the extra stuff there. So we're going to take it. New orders. 2 danger glades. We're going to definitely do that, so that's fine. We get bugs, stone, and tools. Or have 10 packs of trade goods and 10 amber. And you also gain amber for every 6 packs of trade goods produced. Traders arrive quicker, and we get some parts. I'm slightly nervous about the parts, but I think we're going to try it and do this one also. And then have 50 meat, which hopefully won't be a problem. Lizards and training gear and coal for the reward, or complete 5 trade routes and sell goods worth at least 15 amber. Get 15 amber, 10 bricks, and a bonus to fabric production. Let's do this one, since I've committed myself to trying to do 10 trade routes at least this time. Which also means I should probably set the trader out someplace. Coal, beaver, I guess. Yeah, it's a good thing I paused. I pulled the one out of there because we definitely use it. And then I think we can probably go ahead and do this. And see what we can find in there. And we should probably get that trader put out at some point. Should probably also do some housing. We should do the big shelters. Because of the math we did in the last series, we should do the big shelters. Let's see here. I'm going to make this guy work some more, but it's cheaper per log to do the big shelters. Per log per villager. And we need to actually have more than that housing-wise. And I didn't take the beaver houses, so we can't even use the essential human houses this time. So that's useless right now. Let's see, we have 2 people free, that's fine, because I'm going to have to put them in an event anyway. You were able to plant all by yourself only 5 fields. Ugh. Yeah, we definitely need 2 people working in there. Lots of broccoli, eggs, fertile soil, meaning abandoned cache, and fuming machinery. Alright, we'll throw the fuming machinery to work here. Oh, maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. Let's put up a ring collector quickly. And we need to have 20. This will give us 2 every 30 seconds times 2 people. All right, let's do it. And we'll put, where we have, well, let's swap the lizard out for somebody else. Like here. And then we can put the 2 harpies in here. I think the harpies get the production bonus here, so that's even better. This field's going to need some trimming work done. It's going to be like a big, was it 15, the big ones? Let's see here. You can come over here. And you can start on another glade, perhaps. Perhaps. Don't want to do another danger glade, though. Maybe I'll just have you do some of this. So we can put my housing down here. Like I'd like to. Two harpies and go. So we need 20. They're gonna have to do 5 crafts each, so that's 2.5 minutes each. Maybe less if they get the productivity trigger. If it triggers. Don't know if it will. And then let's do some, well, we can't build it anyway, never mind. I was going to do the decorations to get the hub to level 1, but I can't do anything with it. But they didn't finish building that either. Okay. These are all simple, by the way, so there's no conditions on those at all. Where's that up here? Here, we got 4 in there already. It only stores 2, so every time they make some, they're going to make a trip. Every time they make some, they make a trip to store it. Which is where that bonus that we didn't take in the upgrades tree yet will come into nicely to play. Because it'll give us a bit more storage in here as well. Here comes the storm. Am I going to want this? I want the parts, so I'm going to take this, even though that doesn't really get me anything unless I take the plantation out later on, after all. Yeah. But I think I want the parts from here, so I think I'm going to take this. Plus, the copper's not bad either. 12. Ooh, we hauled 6 that time. How'd that work? 18, one more craft. Let's pull you out of there and let you start hauling down here. It's going to take a minute to do so, although we do have the carry bonus here, so not super long, but that's fine. Turn that off so that they get out of there. Stonecutter's camp. I don't think we have anything else for you to do, so you can come and help do something else. You've delivered, so get out of there. And then come down here. Actually, I can send that lizard down here to help. Oh, start it. Uh-oh, we're going to have a problem. Destroys everything within the 10-field radius. Oh, crap. Just too long. Just slightly too long. So how does this work now? That's the question. It's going to destroy all the stuff. I definitely don't want it to destroy the people. So let's cancel this. I don't know if that sends that stuff back. Just send it back to storage. We're going to let it blow. Yeah, we're going to let it blow. It's going to blow up all that. Let's get over here and get another one of these opened then. Let's see. Let's see. Where did I put the... This woodcutter here. Go here. I guess I didn't notice how short that timer was on that. Not do quite that much. I'll watch it blow. I've never seen it. Okay, we can look at the cornerstone first. Silent looting. Hostility is lowered by 15 points. Minus 40 to hostility for every hub upgraded to level neighborhood. Or the packs of provisions for every villager. Let's do this because that'll help with trade routes. Because I don't have to make them then. Let's see. 4 people or 3 people? Well, I'm probably going to go with 4 people. And that looks like a good combination. So, here she blows. It didn't destroy the farm fields, though. And it didn't destroy a little bit of veggies over here, but it cleared everything else. That's impressive. That's impressive. Okay, well, we can still farm over here at least. If nothing else, we can still farm. I need to put another farmer in here, by the way. Lizard, how about you go do some farming? I'm going to not work any spark duve right now, or do I want to? I probably should. Probably should. How many people do I have? Yeah, we'll put 1 harpy in there to work that for at least a while. Let's put up another house. Because we have 5 homeless people right now. And we can probably turn on this pack production here. Let's make 5 packs and put the lizard in there and see what happens. And the trader. Let's get that trader going too. Trader over here. Maybe just put it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Now that this looks like it does, I will probably clear these trees out of here. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I know why that person was carrying 6. They probably get a production bonus. Hilda has arrived. Let's see. You want to offer the forager, which would give me those veggies as well as grain and insects. Well, I think the only things we see on the ground here are the veggies of those things. So, and we just blew up most of them. So, maybe not. I could sell you some of these packs. Probably wouldn't hurt to sell some of them, but I guess we could take a look at the trade routes first. Smoldering cities are only destination. I forgot about that. Jerky we're going to make. Planks we're going to have, but not yet. So we'll wait until the next season and try that out again. I don't think I'm going to buy anything from Zahilda. So I think we'll just wait. Although I could try to get to 12 goods sold. 12 amber worth of goods sold, but I don't really have enough stuff to do that. So we're going to wait on that. Okay. You can move down here. And you can still just be by yourself and trim that tree. Orders. Lizard resolve plus 5 packs. Bonus to meat production. 5 lizards and 8 parts. Or training gear plus clan hall. Plus 1 lizard resolve every 70 training gear produced. Bonus to training gear production. Plus 1 to simple tools production. I think I'm going to go for this one. And then this one. 40 cosmetics. And 1 bathhouse. Gives us extra cosmetics back. Which is good. Plus bonus to cosmetic or harpy happiness for cosmetic production. Plus biscuit production. Or sell a bunch more goods. Traders will arrive quicker. Let's do this one here. I think we can take a look at the trade routes again. They should be different. Yeah, let's sell some eggs. But not the water skins, obviously. As long as this is worth it. 120 plus 240. Yeah, that's worth it. Sell. I'm going to set my trade routes to be auto-collect. Oh, and you're collecting these roots, and you're far away from them. Okay, there you go. What do we have? Ooh, abandoned buildings in here. Roots, eggs, reeds, more coal, large abandoned cache, a cookhouse, and a forsaken crypt. What's that going to cost us to open up? More stuff we don't have. Oh, God. Okay, let's get this smokehouse going. We're not going to make the jerky yet, or the pottery, although we'll configure it. But I do want to make the incense if I had the stuff. We should have roots. You know what? I guess I'll tell you guys you can grow herbs. This is going to be rough. What my luck is horrible today. It's horrible. Let's see. The incense comes from these trees. Let's get those trees chopped right there. Maybe we'll get lucky. It's just horrible. There's more of them over here. That's why I moved. Well, maybe I didn't have them all selected. Now I do. Okay. Let's get somebody working in here. I have a lizard someplace that I can take, I suspect. Yeah, we'll sweep that back out there and put a lizard in here. They'll get the bonuses. They get both bonuses here, so that's good. Let's see. We have roots. You can make some incense. Go. You have made how many packs of these? 4. So in your last batch now. Okay, then let's do that and this. And let you finish what you're making. 2 danger glades opened. Let's take it. Oh, we can add in bugs here then. Let's do it. Actually make those higher priority. Building. Small farm. Maybe. Forager's camp. I turned that down. Well, I didn't turn it down, but beaver house would be nice. Harpy house would be nicer. Lizard house would be even nicer because we have the lizard resolve thing here. I think I'm going to take the small farm. I could re-roll too. I think I'm going to take the small farm. I think we're going to set it up over here. For whoever feels like building. We'll set up a path here. The only problem is There's nothing else over here to collect. So do I put in a storage or not? I'm going to think not, because we can store 20 things here. I think, and they can carry 10 thanks to the harpy. Where are we at with this? 13. I do have the tools. If I have to do it, I will use the tools. We need about 3 minutes and we'll have to make a decision. How are you doing? Oh, you're making a decent chunk of incense, so maybe we won't. You just need to make 2 stacks. They take a minute and a half to make, though, of course. Timing is everything. I could give you some help, maybe. Where's my other lizard at? Up here? Let's swap you out. Put you... Nope, not there. Nope. Let's do that. Let's get some help going here. Harpy resolve is low. Yeah. Yeah. Harpy, not hoppy. Yeah, they're delivering anyway. I didn't need to click the button. And here... Okay, you can make jerky now. Okay, we're there. As soon as that gets delivered, we're there. Or maybe it just did get delivered and we're not there yet. Not there yet. We need 2 more. I saw some in here, but it wasn't enough. I see some in here, but there's only just 1. So we have to wait for this guy to finish here. Let's go ahead and assign 1 person to start hauling. Let's take... I'll take the stuff. They can start carrying. And I need to get our way through here somehow. Take these trees out, take those trees out. Harpy builder left, yeah. I figured. Let's do that. How do we make so many? I hate it when they do that. Okay. Let's see. Clothier, I keep turning down. 3-star flower will be good. Now we get an offer for building materials, of course. Or, now that I'm going to be able to grow wheat, should I take this and have a decent oil recipe? Let's take the press. Druid's Hut's a new building we just unlocked recently. I think I'm going to take the press. Wait a minute, I get a press down here. Oh, man. No, wait, that's not a press. It's a cookhouse. Okay, thank God. Look the same. Looks the same. Let's see, the press. Here. Cookhouse will be good. We can make biscuits, skewers, and pigment there. This should be going now. Let's add another worker on it. Let's do our cornerstone. Cornerstone. We don't need... I'm not going to do this one because we took the other one. Glade events lower hostility. Burning Blight Rot Cyst lowers hostility. We'll do this one. We'll have like 0 hostility or maybe even negative hostility. I don't really need you to make incense anymore, but I'm going to let you make some. Because we might need it later. People? 5 and 4. Oh, 4 and 4. I'm sorry. 4 and 4. Let's take this one. Because I don't really need the coats. Okay. I'm going to want them to come across here. And then this way, I think. Into this glade. So go there. You need to move. Eventually. At least. Another house here, and I need to build some decorations here. Do the usual. Although maybe I should have just put these out. Jeez, out here. Yeah, we'll do them here. Out of the edges. And clear that message. I don't really need it anymore. This will be done in... What the heck, Wally? All stored amber and wine will be lost. It's literally like 3 seconds apart. Dang it. Such bad luck today. Okay, well, I just also noticed the time, so I think now is a good time for what should be kind of obvious reasons, because I'm really, really stinking it up here. I think we're going to pause, and end this episode here, and we'll come back in the next one and see if we can have better luck tomorrow. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.